Hello, this is What Am I, lead designer of Chrono, here to explain deck building and the start of gameplay. So for deck building, you'll see each of our decks has 42 cards in it. The first two cards of these decks will always be our divers. You can pull these off and put them in the diver zone. Divers can be played once per game from the diver zone. Other than that, they function just like normal agents, except they tell you how to build your deck. This 40 card deck over here can be built from the two syndicates of these divers. If I look at the middle right, Hidden Locus is from Sungrace, that lovely orange symbol, and Sensory Deprivation Pod is from Silence, that lovely purple symbol. So I can have up to 3 copies of any card that is not these two divers from their two syndicates, Sungrace and Silence, to build my 40 card deck. To start a game, I will flip this deck over. I will draw 4 cards. Well, first I'll shuffle it. Then I will draw 4 cards. Then we'll do our mulligans. I don't need to keep all of these cards. So I want to look at these cards. I can see how much they cost in the top left. This costs 4, this costs 2, this costs 6, this costs 1. Maybe I say I only want my one that costs 1, so I'll grab these 3, flip them over, and I will draw 3 new cards. Then I would take these, put them on top of my deck, go back on top of my deck, please, and I would shuffle, 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 and now I'm ready to start the game. On turn 1 of the game, I remember to draw my first card. Now, Chrono is a game of priority. It's all about the pass back and forth. Everybody starts with the same amount of cards. It's everybody's turn all at the same time. So whoever has the attack token, determined randomly on turn 1, would have first priority. My opponent could pay 1, play their little diver here, discard a card over to the graveyard, because that's what his advent says discard to draw 1, and they would draw a new card. He also says Immortalize. He's seen you draw 6 cards. That's what would make him flip, become larger. If you want to check out how Immortalization in combat works, we have a video talking about that. But we'll just use this to show that he's seen 1 card drawn, and we can tick that up to mark what's going on. Now it's over to me. He's played a card. I could either play a card of my own, or I could pass. If I pass, then the priority would go back to him. If he also passes, because, they're out of mana over here, out of power crystals, then the turn would end. Let's say I pass. They pass, and now we're going to go on to turn 2. To do that, I click this lovely little marker. I have a power crystal I didn't use. Luckily, this power reserve can hold up to 3 reserve power, so I'm going to get to keep that for next round. So I click this, draw my card. I have the attack token now, so I can attack if I want to. And we are in the next round. We both drew a card. Now it's round 2, so we each have 2 power crystals, and I have this lovely reserve power. This can only be used to play actions, though, not agents, so I can't spend all 3 of my mana to play my Hidden Locus. I could spend 1 of my mana to play my Peaceful Synthesizer, and then it would be back to my opponent's action. This is very basic, start of the game, how to deck build, how to start the game going. Thanks for watching.